Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Siboga TV, which is your number one online political channel. Kenyan politicians are quite amazing and sometimes annoying, and sometimes you cannot predict them. Today, they are great enemies with each other. Tomorrow, they are great friends. And all this happens at their own interest. And the people of Kenya have been left alone. Whoever thought that Raila Amolo Odinga, who was so critic at William Samoei Arap Ruto, that today, when William Samoei Ruto is facing a lot of danger from the Gen Zs, a lot of revolt from the Gen Zs, that Raila Amolo Odinga will come in and aid to help William Samoei Arap Ruto. Writings are on the walls that now Raila Amolo Odinga is on the set to aid William Samoei Arap Ruto to be out of this mess. And Raila Amolo Odinga fulfilled all this yesterday when ODM had their meeting or conventional, and they all agreed that they are going to support William Samoei Arap Ruto so that the nation will have dialogue, so that the current issues are going to be addressed. The current challenge which has been caused by the Gen Zs is going to be resolved. Whoever thought that Raila Amolo Odinga is going to abandon Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, who is the Wiper Party? And yesterday, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, who has supported Raila Amolo Odinga, came to realization that Raila Amolo Odinga is a politician who always goes with his own interest, and he does not like to keep promises. Yesterday occurrence after Raila had a BG with a convention with his party ODM, and they agreed to support William Samoei Ruto. There was also another meeting which the entire Azimio had to come together, and the Azimio fraternity actually had agreed that they were going not to support William Samoei Ruto in his call of the nation having dialogue. But this never went well with Raila Amolo Odinga. And that is why Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, when he was giving pressure, the goons in black came in and disrupted everything after Raila Amolo Odinga excused himself in that meeting that he was going to attend another important meeting somewhere. And it is now into realization that the Azimio fraternity is dead. Because after yesterday, what had occurred, And the DAPU party, the Wiper party, the Jubilee party, they were in agreement not to support William Samoei Ruto in his call for dialogue. But the signs are on the walls that ODM, which is the majority party in that coalition, has actually decided to support William Samoei Arap Ruto in his call for dialogue. And that means that for now we can see clearly that the Azimio is dead and will never function again. And I don't think that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is going to waste more time in this arrangement of Azimio, because it was quite embarrassing for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka yesterday to be disrupted by the man in black after he was actually giving the resolutions to the presser about what the Azimio fraternity had agreed about William Samoei Ruto call for dialogue. So, my fellow listeners, you can learn that politicians are animals you cannot predict. You can learn that politicians will go for their selfish interest. They may not take the country at heart, but they are inbuilt. They always put their interest first. And that is why I have always told my listeners that never put politics into heart. Never be a diehard of somebody. Because if, let's say, you have been a diehard of Raila Amolo Odinga, and you never agreed with William Samoei Arap Ruto, then as things are going by, Raila Amolo Odinga is going to bring you near to William Samoei Arap Ruto, probably the person you never liked. That is how politics is. And politics in this republic, it has been personalized and it has made to address personal needs. And that is why even the Kenyans, they must put first their interest before the interest of any politician. So for what we actually experienced yesterday from the Azimio side, it is now very clear that Raila Amolo Odinga has now definitely reached to a point where he is going to support William Samoei Arap Ruto in his call for dialogue. And he is not going to listen to the Gen Zs who are demonstrating, who are saying that they are leaderless. And the tune is changing. And that's why the followers of Raila Amolo Odinga are now even blaming the Gen Zs that why don't you have a leader? Where do you want to take us? Because you don't have a leader, but you are saying that let us remove William Samoei Ruto from power. Who is going to occupy that space? That is what Raila Amolo Odinga supporters are saying currently, and they are not hiding that out. You heard that from the great supporter of Raila Amolo Odinga, Gaucho. He came out and said, yes, Gen Zs, you have done a good job. But where are you taking us? You don't have a leader. Who do you think is going to occupy the presidency? Who is going to be the president of the Republic of Kenya? Because you as Gen Zs, you are leaderless. That is the conversation with the supporters of Raila Amolo Odinga. And in the due course, the conversation outside here is going to change drastically, because I'm very much aware that once Raila Amolo Odinga and William Samoei Ruto are going to accept the way forward, then nobody will be able to stop them to have their way. And the Gen Zs will know who politicians are. They will come to self-realization that even their way of saying that they are leaderless, they are tribalist, it doesn't matter, and it will not give them the result they have desired. And it is time for them, if they want to forge forward, they should have a leader so that they cannot be divided. Because, as you know, the Gen Zs are across the nation. But when it will take what we call party lines, and definitely it will take tribal lines, then we are not going to have the Gen Z's revolution. It will actually have a natural death. Good listeners, we must learn not to have politics at heart, because sometimes if you will have politics at heart, it means you are going to be hurt a lot of times. William Samoei Ruto is now going to be in the same bed with William Samoei Ruto, whether you like it or not. And they are going to force dialogue, and it will happen. At the same time, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, the Wiper Party leader, and other party leaders who have been in the Azimio, they are going to realize that it is better to call Azimio off so that they can have their new coalition.